Speaker, the budget process is participatory, and we handle the budget based on Vision 2030, the National Development Plan, and the 10-year Fold Growth Strategy. We also handle our budget guided by the medium-term expenditure framework, which is for 3 years. Right, Honorable Speaker, we are having a challenge at committee. The Minister of Finance has guided the accounting officers not to raise any issue which is not funded, and yet these are issues which are in the National Development Plan, the medium-term expenditure framework, but the resource envelope is limited. Right, Honorable Speaker, a budget is a participatory process. It is just important that the country know through their members of parliament that there were items, schools to be built in this financial year, roads to be done, but the resource is not adequate. Right, Honorable Speaker, I'm seeking your guidance to the Minister of Finance and to all committees to enable us to bring a report to this House with these items where government or the country has not been able to raise resource, but it was in the plan for 2025-2026. Thank you.
Now, on the work paper, okay, when we were processing the BFP, these issues were brought. Those ones which they had proposed in. So if we already have these documents where they are captured in, because I expect the Minister of Finance, for example, on the BFP to show us that we outfund A, B, C, D because of reasons A, B, C. Okay, that's how you work together. That's how participatory budgeting and comradeship works. Within for us to know what you've not been able to fund, but was a priority.
Mr. Speaker, you are correct, and also Ekanya is correct. A budget is a package. All stakeholders are involved and consulted. Mr. Speaker, in the ministerial policy statements, we are even reporting on the actions we have made on the budget framework paper recommendations. I think it is fair enough. And we are also open, we are saying in the process.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Thank you. So,
Speaker, I beg to lay the Treasury memoranda on the report of Parliament on the report of the Auditor General for financial year end hospitals and specialized health facilities. I beg to lay. Right Honourable Speaker, I beg to 30th June 2023. This is repeated. This is volume 4. Public universities, referral hospitals, and specialized health facilities. On the report of the Auditor General for the financial year ended 30th June 2023, volume 5, local governments. Honourable Speaker, I beg to lay the report on public debt, grants, guarantees, and other financial liabilities for financial year 2024-2025. I beg to lay the Consolidated Board of Survey Disposal Report for the financial year ended 30th June 2024, local governments. I beg to lay. Right Honourable Speaker, accompanying the estimates is also the Petroleum Fund report, the semi-annual report of inflows, outflows, and assets of the fund for the period ended 31st December 2024. I beg to lay. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the tax expenditure report for the period July 2024 to March 2025 for financial year 2024-2025. I beg to lay. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the macroeconomic development and fiscal prospects for financial year 2024-2025 and financial year 2025-2026. I beg to lay. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay a consolidation for disposal for missions abroad for Uganda Mission at the United Nations, New York. I beg to lay. Right Honorable Speaker, what does the financial year 5/2026 or what have I read? Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the theme of this year's budget remains as last year, which is full monetization of Uganda's economy through commercial agriculture, industrialization, expanding and broadening services, digital transformation, and market access. Right Honorable Speaker, the total budget for financial year 2025-2026 amounts to Uganda shillings 71 trillion 956 billion 621 million 530.
Procedure.
Is he proceeding well by regurgitating documents relating to the budget of this financial year, but claiming and misleading Parliament that he has brought 2025, 2026, and is displaying them reading 2024?
Thank you. Indeed, what has he laid
Mr.
down?
Speaker, I am sorry for this typo, but when I was reading, I was careful. I corrected and read financial year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, the resource envelope for financial year 2025-2026 will be 956 billion 621 million 530,685 Uganda shillings. Right Honorable Speaker, the next year's budget is focused on growing the economy tenfold through the ATMs and the enablers as follows. 1. Agro-industrialization. 2. Tourism development. 3. Mineral-based industrialization. And 4. Science, technology, innovations, including ICT and creative art industry. And the enablers are the following. 1. Maintaining peace, security, and rule of law. 2. Human capital development, including health, education, water, and social protection. Full monetization of economy as number 3 through PDM. 4. Infrastructure development. Here we are looking at roads, railway, and electricity. 4. Regional integration. 5. Irrigation through bulk water to stabilize agriculture. 7. Manufacturing with focus on industrial parks. 8. Eliminating corruption. And 9. Environmental and natural resources conservation and protection. And 10. Vertical and horizontal integration of our economy. Right Honorable Speaker, in this budget, we have attended to crucial issues that were raised by Cabinet, Parliament, and NRM Parliamentary Caucus and the Presidential Advisory Committee on Budget at the National Budget Framework Paper. We have also addressed other critical policy commitments, mainly in domestic areas, agriculture, health, education, including the AFCON 2027, Electoral Commission, and the General Elections Roadmap, wage shortfalls in the local governments, unfinished infrastructure projects due to counterpart funding amidst the constrained fiscal space. We shall continue to provide for other critical areas as we go through this process. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, Before I come to the last, I beg to lay the semi-annual budget performance report for financial year 2024-2025, volume 1 and volume 2, which is covering votes 306 to 617. I beg to lay. Mr. Speaker, lastly, I want to commit on behalf of the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development that we shall provide total support to Parliament and the relevant committees during the process of consideration of this budget. I submit, Right Honourable Speaker.
It's in line with Section 13(2) of the PFMA and Rule 148 of our Rules of Procedure. I refer the draft budget estimates and the attendant documents that have accompanied it to the Committee on Budget and sectoral committees, so that each sectoral committee can pick out their area of relevancy, process and report back by 8th of April. 8th of April, we need these reports submitted to the to the clerk, so that we can be able to put them on the order paper and we process them here and they go to the budget committee. Honorable colleagues, on the issue of umeme, since we've gotten varying figures, the Minister of Energy will be required to come back here and report back on what they would have paid umeme. Okay, on what they would have paid to umeme and how they agreed on that amount, since the Auditor General has guided. House adjourned.